So, as I touched upon in a previous video, building a house is not peaches and cream. It's not always peaches and cream. Sure, you have some moments that you celebrate and you think to yourself, all right, man, I'm really glad that I pushed through and I saw this through and blah, blah, blah. But then there are other moments where it's like, why the hell am I doing this? Like today, I just had a major argument with Lisa. Yesterday, she had a bad reaction to her vaccination shot. And at first, I wasn't aware it was as severe as it was. She was complaining of a sore arm. I had a sore arm. She spoke about having a headache. I had a headache. So I really wasn't understanding why we couldn't just push through and finish this room, the sunroom. You know, all of our painting stuff was right over here, pretty much where in between Mickey and Nella are. You know, I had a big bookcase over here, the bookcase that I'm using for dishes and other supplies. And now that's over here. You know, I had to move this on my own. So that's the thing, you know, like Lisa said that I was a workaholic. She's like, you're a workaholic. And I take offense. I completely take offense to this. It's like, it's not a question of being a fucking workaholic, man. I would love to be able to take some time off and build a fire, go for a massage, you know, enjoy the lake, celebrate, laugh, have fun. But I have to be here. I have to be present. There's excavation going on. There's wires being built. There's a driveway being devastated once again. There's over 100 feet, 130 feet of excavation out in the front. There's water that just came in. There's a path being made to where we used to have like that temporary enclosure for the dogs. I mean, you know, and then Lisa winds up telling me, well, hey, what's going on? How come we're putting the shed over there or the garage? And I said, well, we had that conversation with the two Richer brothers and we came to the conclusion that it was a pretty damn good spot. And then when it came time to pull the trigger, she started hesitating. She started second guessing herself. She started having a discussion. And it's like, God damn it, man. You either want to be a part of this in a real sense, in an organized way, but not just to step in, oh, okay, I'm overhearing something. I've not taken any part at all in any of the previous discussions or texts. And you want to know the funny thing is that I send her emails. I talked to her about what's upcoming. I let her know that, say, for instance, next Friday, the plumbers are coming, that I rescheduled for Wednesday to Friday. And why did I have to push them forward? Because Claude decided that he wasn't going to do the floor this week. He just decided, nope, not interested. I have to finish the bathroom. But we had that conversation the previous week, like around the 3rd or the 4th. And I said, hey, man, you know, right now we're just going to finish up the floor and we're going to make things secure. So, you know, put a banister upstairs, make sure that nobody topples down the stairs, a temporary handrail over here. Then there's this hole over here. And I understand that, you know, Claude appears like he doesn't get all flustered or troubled by too many things, but God damn it, man, like these are pretty serious concerns. And over here, you know, Lisa explained to him that we need a railing. We're sleeping there in the middle of the night. Fuck, come on, man. That wouldn't be allowed on any construction site. So very irresponsible. In any event, I had that discussion with Claude. I told him, I said, listen, man, I'm running short on funds. I'm probably going to have to do the floor in the winter. And then a few weeks after having had that initial discussion with him, he says, hey, listen, I had a conversation with my brother and we're just going to do the floor and you can pay us off slowly throughout the year. Even if it takes you a year. And I said, you know what? I'll pay you before I get water. And he's like, no. That's very important. So I took him up on his offer. I was like, okay, cool. So I purchased 5,000 pounds of tiles, spent $7,000. I maxed out, well, with the wood, I maxed out my credit card. Well, I was $15 away from maxing it out. And I mean, since then I've paid off $3,000 of it. So, I'm managing, but I was charged interest on $4,000 on May 3rd. That has never happened to me ever in my life. I've never paid interest on a credit card. So now this guy's like, no, I'm not interested in doing this week. I have to finish a bathroom. And he's like, I only go to a place where I have all the materials already. Really? Man, not impressed. I asked him about the roof at one point. I said, hey, what do you think I can do to protect the roof because of the screws? Why would you want to do that? He starts taking it personally. And I'm like, I would like to make sure that the washers that are holding down the screws as they grow old, because they're exposed to the very hot sun, that I'd like to put some caulking. Oh, you don't need to do that. It's like, okay, man, you don't know everything, man. He told me to run the water for like 7 hours in a row. Fuck, I let it run for 30 minutes and the breaker blew. Well, not really the breaker, but the switch. The solenoid stopped making contact, so I had to reset it manually. And I was told not more than 15 minutes, and then you give the system a chance to rest for 2 hours. So no, this guy doesn't know everything, man. And when you try to just bring up some counterpoints, totally shoots it down. The type of boisterous type of person. So anyways, that's the personality I'm dealing with. I don't even know if he's gonna fucking come this week, to be honest. But I prepped it, man. Like, there's no way in hell that this guy can say that anything was left in the way. Okay? No paint, everything done over here, everything moved off to the side, again moved off to the side, again over there. And why is that moved off to the side? Because he told me he's gonna start over here. So I moved all the boxes, the tiles that were over here once again, and I placed the majority of the cement along the stairs over here so that he can just go and use this. And by the time he's done with this, there's nothing on the floor that he has to move. So I don't know how much easier this needs to get, man. I even put the toilet bowl over there. So there you go, man. And that's like 180 pounds. So I'm not a goddamn workaholic. I'm trying to preempt. And, I've been stress eating, and I'm just progressively getting out of shape. I'm just fed up, man. And then last night, Daisy was snoring. And then the night before, and then this morning, I just fucking lost it. And I told Lisa, I said, what the hell's fucking going on, man? Like, I'm in a situation here where I'm being told that she needs to be with her pug. Fuck, I need to goddamn well sleep, man. I was incapacitated 2 weeks ago. It took me 30 minutes to put on my socks and to get dressed to go to work. And I went to work. It's like, man, I keep pushing myself. And then I'm like, hey, why don't we get Roman, our son, to come over and give us a hand? It's like, no, why not? Because you're an opportunist. You don't stop. You keep pushing. You mean until I meet the target? So for instance, I cleaned up this entire area over here. And at one point I had to almost beg my sons, like, hey guys, I'm not supposed to ask you this, and you can say no, and I'm really not trying to put any pressure, but if you wanted to help a little bit, I would really appreciate it. And they did help, but they avoid coming here. So I'm the guy who painted all of this fucking space, man. I did the entire ceiling. It took Lisa 5 hours at one point to do the ceiling. She's like, it's not, hey, get off the wall. Yeah, let's jump in on the wall. She's trying to get to, she thinks the bones are over there. There's no more bones. So yeah, man, it's not all peaches and cream. So this morning I just lost my shit. And I told her, I said, man, what the fuck, man? You call me a workaholic or a work addict. I'm not a fucking work addict, man. It's like, man, I'm running a business. I'm short-staffed. There's less work this month for some odd reason. I've got financial pressures. I have the CRA that decided, okay, we're going to accept your voluntary disclosure. For a couple of years ago, I was a tax evader, and, and it's like, what the fuck, man? Like, what else do I need to endure here? So I tell her, I say, hey, you know, when you were all pissed off with the school next to your building, parking their cars in that so-called droit de passage, the passage area, man, you went for that. You understood things. You knew what was going on. You knew people's names. You kept on top of it. You replied to emails. You read the emails. And now, oh goodness, they managed to figure out a way to counter your point, Lee. And it's like, oh, she's depressed. You're depressed? Be depressed because this guy is fucking pushing himself past pain, past any reasonable point. Doing so many things, and yet, oh no, Roman can't come. He's gonna go see a movie. What the fuck, man? And all of this is supposed to be his. When I die, the kid's a millionaire. What the fuck, man? Like, something here doesn't seem right, and I'm pretty darn convinced that it's not. You know, yeah, I'm a hard man to work with. Yeah, I expect results, man. You know, like, fuck. There's so much incompetence. I at least have my lists. I try to pay attention. I try to research. I try to anticipate. I try to see several steps ahead. Like, tomorrow I have a pack job. So now I have to make sure that I have enough packing material. And if I don't, then tomorrow morning I have to get up half an hour earlier and I have to go get the goddamn packing material. That's just the way it is, man. But how many people are like, oh, well, you know, I pace myself. I need to have some fun. Okay, sure, no problem. Go to battle, then have your R&R. But don't think you can walk away from the battlefield because, oh, you don't feel like it anymore. Fuck, man, I've put in almost $400,000 into this place. And I'm going to probably have to put in another 80 fuck to finish it. And it's like, what the fuck? And I'm working like an animal. I'm breaking down. I'm stress eating. I'm getting fucking out of shape. It's like, what the fuck, man? Fucking fed up.